Hey, how's it going? Hans Schaff here. Today I want to share with you the two different ways of getting what you want in life. See, there's the easy way and there's the hard way. And I'm going to tell you from experience about the hard way because I've lived the majority of my life trying to force an outcome, trying to force things to happen the way that I wanted them to. And while, we're all brought up with this idea that, persistence is key, you've got to push it, you've got to work hard and work even harder and push, push, push and never give up and all these things. Yeah, you can make a lot of things happen in your life in doing that. It'll be difficult, it'll be painful, just as your expectations of that are such, you will meet those expectations if that is your intent. However, I want to let you know that there is an easier way. I'll give you a personal example here today. As you know, if you've been watching some of my videos, I've been going through a lot of personal changes here recently, some major, major shifts in my life. And, there are certain outcomes that I still try to force. There are still things that I want to happen a certain way. And I think, well, I can control it. I can get in there, I can make things happen a certain way. I can do this, I can do that. But the bottom line is, and especially with people, you'll find this, you cannot control other people. You cannot control how you want things to turn out. Sometimes you just have to let people be how they are. You have to let situations develop as they're going to. You can help the process by allowing into your life the things that you want, by simply focusing on your intention, focusing on your desires. Hold that in your head. Think about that. Think about how it's going to feel, how it's going to taste, how it's going to look, how it's going to feel. And when you do that, you attract and you bring this into your consciousness. You start attracting this kind of situation to develop and to appear. You don't have to force it. You don't have to try and get people or get things to be a certain way, and break all the odds and do this and do that. It can happen naturally for you. And I really encourage you to really think about things in that way. Stop trying to force your life. Think back on certain examples in your life where you've gotten things to happen. I can tell you certain examples in my life that I can tell you some huge things. In fact, some of the biggest things in my life that took place were because I simply focused on what I wanted and I allowed it to happen. Against the odds, it actually happened in a way that maybe it shouldn't have. If you look back and think, what are the odds of something like that happening? For case in point, I put together several real estate syndication deals, some multi-million-dollar deals. And, I was 24 at the time, 26 at the time when I first started doing these deals. And you'd think, how can a 24, 26-year-old who has no money, who has some experience in real estate, but how can they convince a bank to lend them, $1 million, $1.5 million, on a piece of property that's in another state, yada, yada, yada. How can that be possible, right? What are the odds of doing that? Putting together this huge package and all these different things, what are the odds? Well, time after time, I was able to get these deals put through because I focused on the intention and my desire was there for the right reasons and it happened. Then there was other times where I really wanted something to happen and I forced it. I pushed. I made the calls. I did this. I did that. I convinced people. And those are the times when things fell in their face. See, I'm also learning today to listen to my intuition, to listen to myself, as opposed to just trying to think my way and force my way through it based on what other people think is the right thing or what other people think is what I should be doing, right? So listen to yourself a little bit more. Focus on what it is that you truly want, not what other people want you to want or what you should be wanting, but what it is that you truly want. Focus on that, go after it, and allow it to develop and allow it to show up in your life. And I can guarantee you that you will be much more satisfied, much more pleasantly surprised and just happy in the outcome, and you'll feel better about it, and you'll begin this process of attracting all the different things that you want in your life, not just one thing. See, when you start attracting one thing, it starts to catch on. You start attracting other things that you also want. So believe me, from past experience, it's much easier, much more fun, much more enjoyable, much better for everybody involved if you will simply get to a place of where you want to be, focus on your desire and set an intention for what you want, focus on that, take inspired action, and don't try and force an outcome. Allow these things to happen. Allow these things to develop in your life, regardless of how unlikely or what the odds are you think of these things occurring or happening for you. They can happen for you if you will focus on them, feel good about them, and really just imagine it, believe it, visualize it. It'll show up for you if you'll get in the right space. Hans Schaff here, The Real Hans. That's my message for the day. Take care, and if you want to learn more about this process, how you can attract abundance and prosperity into your life, go ahead, click the link below, and I'll give you a little tour of something that's really cool that you might enjoy. Take care, Hans Schaff. See you in the next video. Click the link below.